It's time for the Sweet 16 in the NCAA tournament. Here to talk with me about it, Ryan Fagan, college basketball writer. You're back from Greensboro. You're going off to Phoenix.
Yes.
But we got you here for just a couple minutes to talk about some matchups, some very interesting matchups. And let's start in the East region, Ryan, with Syracuse against Wisconsin. Does this come down to Wisconsin hitting threes over the Syracuse zone?
Well, I think that's a big part of it, obviously, and Syracuse needs to do a better job of getting defensive rebounds, of keeping Wisconsin off the boards, and we keep talking about that, and it's going to be a storyline as long as Syracuse is in the game, is in the tournament. Can they, without Fab Melo in there, can they do an effective job of limiting second chance points? You know, Wisconsin is as fundamentally sound as any team in the country. You know, with their Jordan Taylor, their point guard, he's going to be a threat. He's going to be able to try to, to penetrate into that zone. And Wisconsin, like you said, they need to hit threes to beat that Syracuse 2-3 zone.
Didn't they take more threes than they took twos in their last game?
I think the Wisconsin always is a threat to do that.
Yeah.
That's something that the Syracuse zone kind of makes you take bad shots sometimes. So it's not that they have to shoot a lot; they have to take smart shots, and that's going to be, how disciplined can Wisconsin be?
Now, on the other side of the ball, Wisconsin, as you say, fundamentally sound, and they're pretty good defensively as well.
Yeah, they are. That's a trademark of Bo Ryan coach teams. They're always going to give you a good defensive effort. That's why Wisconsin almost never gets blown out, because they're always in the game. They always stay within striking distance. They don't always have a guy like Jordan Taylor who can score points in bunches, but this year they do.
Now, who do you like in the game ultimately when all's said and done?
I still think that Syracuse, they've shown us something. They showed us against K-State that they could beat, a team. Obviously, K-State didn't have Jamar Samuels. But you still look at the NBA talent on that Syracuse roster, and I just think that they have enough to get past this Wisconsin team.
Now, on the other side of the bracket, we're looking at Cincinnati and Ohio State. I assume the plan is to be physical from Cincinnati's perspective with Ohio State.
Yeah, I think if we learned something from that Cincinnati-Florida State game, it's that the Bearcats are not afraid to be physical. That was a very physical game. And it'll be interesting to see how much the refs let go, because they let a lot go in that Florida State game. And if they call it the same way, Cincinnati's going to try to push that envelope as long as you can. And there's such a great storyline there with, you have Cincinnati playing Ohio State. We have all these teams from Ohio left in the tournament.
Right.
So, the emotions are going to be up for this one.
Now, did Ohio State show you anything? I know Sullinger was in foul trouble in their previous game, so how can they withstand that kind of pressure?
Well, I think they're going to have to be tough. William Buford has to play tough. Deshaun Thomas has to play tough. Jared Sullinger has to play tough. And they have to stay out of foul trouble. But what we've seen from this Ohio State team so many times this year is they have different players capable of stepping up. Aaron Kraft played a fantastic game the last time they were out. And, any given night, they've got, 3 guys, 4 guys, if you count Kraft, who are capable of going for 20 points a game.
Yeah, that's nice. Nice to have. So ultimately, who do you like in this game?
I think Ohio State. I think that they're a team that now, with the injury to Kendall Marshall, and with Fab Melo being out for the tournament, Ohio State has kind of crept up that list of teams that are very capable of winning this NCAA tournament.
So you see 1 versus 2 in the regional final in the East. All right, for Ryan Fagan, I'm Tom Vandervoort. We'll see what happens, and we will see you next time.